This is going to be DougDoug's I trained an AI on 380,000 Twitch chat messages, but it was too hateful. I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of phrases about Kyoto, victory at all costs, and I'm sure nothing bad has ever happened online where people say victory at all costs that is hateful. That's never happened. Oh, God. Yeah, let's see where this goes.
Before this video starts, I am kicking off a new project. Take a look.
Oh, no. What? Oh, that was DougDoug in a suit. Oh. Wow, I didn't actually recognize him. That's different. Why do they have a sword? Why do they have a gun? Why are they using power tools? Why are they getting the... Why are they shooting? Why are they lighting on a fire? What? Is he beating a lemonade stand with a bow and arrow? Okay. Also, Hobby, you're talking about when you had your wisdom teeth removed, they were in deep. They put you on painkillers, hydrocodone and oxycontin for 2 days later because of the pain. Yeah. I remember that feeling.
There's a new stand in town, kid.
Oh, they're breaking a lemonade stand. Why do I recognize this song? Oh, they're beating a kid's lemonade stand rather than building it. Why do I recognize that song? Lemonade stand? Oh, it's a podcast about business. I'm assuming it's a podcast about business in the same way Trash Taste is about anime. Why do I know this song?
That's right. I'm starting up a podcast with Aiden from The Yard and Airier from Business. And it's going to be a weekly show about business and technology and politics. I'm really, really excited about this.
Yeah. Can you imagine a politics podcast? That's never had any divisive viewership. Oh, God. He's going to bring his chat into a talk about business and politics and technology. Can we all acknowledge the most dangerous part here is that they'll be inspired to do things themselves? And having seen his chat, yeah. And conspiracy. The song I heard was from Noida. That's right. It was from Guilty Gear, probably Strive. That's where I heard it before. Yeah. Also, Michael Hamilton, you mentioned when you were 7 or 8, they completely shatter both of your ankles and reconstruct on the fix a birth defect on the bright side. You can walk now and do not need a wheelchair, but one leg is shorter. Yeah. Just the reconstructive surgery alone sounds absolutely painful, though. Oof.
I obviously don't really talk about anything political on my own channels, and I'm basically going to keep it that way. But I actually do think about political and business and technology stuff.
Oh. Typewriters, 100K lost. Teletyping, 50-70K globally. Secretarial work, 3 million US. What is he talking about?
I'm really passionate about this stuff. I think about it and read about it quite regularly, particularly technology. And I think it's a super interesting time in the world of how these...
Oh, so this is not actually him making a joke or doing the dumb, which is what I was assuming. But this is an actual business podcast. I might just check out this on my own time because I'm kind of curious to see what DougDoug in a professional, serious setting is. Considering his previous professional experience was EA, he went over his CV once. I'm kind of curious to see what his take would be.
These things are all interconnecting and how our lives are going to change. And so this project is meant to be a place where I can talk about this with the other two guys, both Aiden and Airier. If you're not familiar with them, incredibly entertaining guys and very knowledgeable about these subjects as well. And all three of us are really interested in deep diving into what is going on a weekly basis. What the hell is happening?
Technology impact on the job. Oh, so they have the displays. And what was the other one? Next Prime Minister of Canada after the election. Oh, so they've already recorded some of this. Yeah, sorry about that. I heard a weird noise. Not sure what happened. It's a really sad, pathetic, pained meow. Then just, I don't know, something happened. I feel like something's on my shoulder, though. Hand, please. That's right in my... I could hear her farting. Where was I? Oh, yeah, freaking out over DougDoug doing something serious.
Basis. What the hell is happening in technology? Can we explain it in a more approachable way or do deep dives? And just joke around
maybe.
and have a good time with, whatever interesting things are coming to the forefront. So if you were interested, it's called Lemonade Stand. It's out now on YouTube. There's a link below.
I just held the cat, and then I rubbed my face, and I'm allergic to cat hair. Mistakes have been made.
Our plan is to post episodes every Thursday, so this is going to be a weekly show. The first one is out live, and if you're interested at all, go check it out and fucking subscribe and like and hit the bell and whatever other YouTube shit you're supposed to say. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, now on to the actual today's video. Being a Twitch chatter is hard. Every day, you gotta come into my stream and decide whether to write bald or rigged at me. But what if there was...
Obviously, the choice is just to write at all costs. It's the true option. There's option. Well, I guess we say it's the true option. It's the only choice you have.
It's a better way. What if we could train an AI to think and talk exactly like Twitch chat? Well, OpenAI, which
I mean,
is the
you could
company
break
that
one to
makes
do that, yeah.
ChatGPT, has a fine-tuning system where you can train an AI on whatever data you want. And so, I gathered 380,000 Twitch chat messages from 7 different streams I've done, spent hours formatting everything correctly.
Which streams? Oh no. Oh no. If they trained it based on Nero from the AI GeoGuessr game, what would that do?
And then uploaded it to OpenAI to try to train it, and it failed. OpenAI actually rejected the Twitch chat messages and said I was not allowed to train an AI on Twitch chat. The feedback was, job failed due to an invalid training file. The training file was blocked because too many examples were flagged by our moderation API for containing content that violates OpenAI's usage policies in the following category. You guys are hateful, hate and threatening, and sexual. Not my Christian virgin Twitch chat.
Sexual DougDoug. Not where I thought this would go, but maybe I've missed something.
But apparently there's enough of you guys that are hateful and sexual and also hate-threatening that it...
The fuck? You know what? I'm just going to ignore this. We're ignoring this. There is nothing to see here, and I have seen nothing.
That it literally rejected it. So that's the current feedback I got. And so, unfortunately, OpenAI is refusing to raw dog the Twitch chat data, which means we have to come up with some way to make 380,000 Twitch chat messages less hateful.
Or they could do what most people do and get an offline version you can just screw around with on your own.
And sexual. But fortunately, OpenAI provides a service that can tell me whether a message is considered problematic.
No.
So let's try using that. So it is now reading through every single message and determining whether it is hateful or has any of these things: harassment, harassment threatening, hate threatening, illicit, sexual, violence, graphic. Oh, okay, wait, we got one. All right, there was a message flagged for harassment.
Is
Let's
it gonna
see how
say
bad
bald?
it is. It's probably gonna be like really, really sinister, dude. It's gonna be awful. The harassment
Doug is
line
bald.
was... Fuck Europe.
My God.
D-face. Hate in my...
I know. Can you imagine they said that? Europe. Ugh. Dirty word.
Christian Twitch chat. Okay, so apparently us saying fuck blank gets flagged as harassment. Wait, if that's harassment, what is hate? It didn't get flagged for harassment. It kept getting
The
flagged for
existence
hate,
of
and
Europe is hate. As
threatening,
an
which
American,
don't
I
know
have
the
to
difference
stand by
between
this
those two
statement.
things. So in theory, we need to decide if it's okay for me to just eliminate every single message that gets flagged, and will we still have a Twitch chat left at the end? You know what
He's joking, but let's be honest. No, there's nothing left at the end. If there's no anything that his normal Twitch chat would get flagged for, he's going to be down to like, okay, Kyoto. He's training an AI based on the word Kyoto alone, probably.
I mean? Like, is it worth doing? Okay, this is for harassment content. Fucking Murica. I feel like fucking America is like positive. You're like, fucking America. That's like
Yeah.
a celebratory thing.
I hear a lot of
right?
Americans
Am I
saying
crazy?
it.
Okay, we keep going. We've been good
Sorry,
for a little bit.
Americans.
We've had a lot of non-hateful messages. This is great. Uh-oh.
That's a lie.
Violence. I have no idea what gets flagged at violence if fucking America is hate. If he fails, can we kick him out of the U.S.? Violence?
Doug, if
He
you
must
want
be
the
forced to
art
become
accept us,
Canadian.
just replace every bad word with the opposite. That way we have evil eye chat, which is apparently asexual and nice to you.
Okay, wait, so
Well, no one
what
will
would be
believe
the
that.
opposite of if he fails, can we kick? If he wins, can we bring him into the U.S.? Okay, so that's the question.
Oh
What
my
kind
God.
of AI do we want? This is what we need to kind of fundamentally decide on. Here, let me just explain how this works. I will give OpenAI this gigantic list of messages. For every single message, it's going to take the message, send it to its little moderation thing, and it will basically see, does it activate any of these flags? So if it does activate a flag, then it'll be like, you can't train on this data because it thinks that I'm trying to do something bad, even though we know you guys have never done anything bad in your lives. So the
Can I just acknowledge, having said that out loud, I'm surprised the building he was in wasn't hit by lightning. Because that level of blatant blasphemy is very kinds of lying. Not just many kinds, just very kinds. It's just multiple kinds in its own right.
The whole goal here is to get OpenAI's moderation tool to be like, oh yeah,
What kind of AI do we want? Twitch chat, but convert hate messages into love ooh woo. 80%. Oh God, what kind of abomination is he making?
yeah, these guys are great. There's no problems here at all. And so either we can just, if one of the messages is like, this is bad and
It's
hateful,
going
we can just get
full
rid of it,
Tumblr.
or we could change its meaning. The
Never go
concern
full
with changing
Tumblr.
Its meaning is then it's like just legitimately not something you've said. The question is, do we want less stuff that you guys actually said versus more things, but some of them you didn't say? That's my concern. It's like, then we're training it on stuff that isn't real. Also, I would probably then need to send every hateful message over to like another AI who's like the niceifier. I don't know how it would change the meaning. I don't know. Actually, here, let's test this. Hi, ChatGPT. I'm training an AI on Twitch chat, but unfortunately, this
GPT-4.
message turned
Okay.
out to be hateful, threatening, sexual, or violent. Can you please adjust this message so that it is no longer hateful, please? Here's the message. If he fails, we can kick him out of the US. Let's see what it says. Here's a
Huh. So DougDoug has started using on or just additional sentence modifications like saying please to the AI. Is that because it's just how he talks on stream, or because he's internalizing treating the AI as a person as opposed to just a tool? I don't know. I mean, I've seen it go both ways on this one, so I'm not entirely sure.
friendlier version. Hey, if he doesn't make it, can we give him a second chance to try again? You guys are gonna sound like an elementary school principal. Okay, hold on. What if we're like,
I was going to say, what kind of elementary school principal did you have? Then I realized halfway into that's probably more telling about my own experience than anything. Yeah. I don't tell school stories. Not because I can't. I know I shouldn't. Yeah, one of my first grade teachers, and by one of, I mean the only one I had, I think they were later fired for throwing a kid. I heard a variation where it was into a wall. One was out a door. I don't know which one is real. I know that it was not the first time they did it. They were a hateful pack of shit.
try to still keep it as edgy as possible while making sure it's not hateful? Sure thing. Here's a toned down but edgy version. If he fails, should we just like revoke his snack privileges or something? It's worse.
You would revoke snack privileges? Dear God, kicking him out of the U.S. is less evil than that. There is a line, man. There is a line.
This
Snack
is the thing,
privileges
like,
are sacred.
We just have a bunch of these like weird ass Nickelodeon lines in there. Our thing is trained on
What kind of hellscape do you think Nickelodeon is, you monster?
Twitch chat, but only
Okay, that actually might be
kind of.
accurate.
Just censor it. We can fill in the blanks.
Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. Your
Why would you
last
let-
version was fine.
No.
But what would it look like if instead of changing the words, you just censor any words that might be considered hateful? If he fails, can we fuck him out of the bitch? Dude, this is way
What
worse. This one is literally
Okay, that was a choice of words he made.
more hateful and sexual and threatening. It's gonna get failed for like 5 different things instead of just violence.
What if we replaced all the problematic speech with Old English synonyms?
Oh, verily.
Okay, can you instead try converting the original message into Old English so it doesn't sound hateful? If he doth fail, may we banish him from these fair lands. Wait, okay, Old English
That
could
does
work.
sound
Okay,
pretty
hold
awesome.
on. We're gonna test this. This could be huge. We run it.
According to chat. Shot Blazer mentioned, my sister is currently a teacher in a satellite school. Last year, she had 3 problem students that got passed around, and she was the last class they could get in. They were bullies. Yeah, I've had schools like that. Yeah, I was the school next to the fancy rich one, so everyone who was too poor to go to a good school went to us. Which admittedly is kind of bad, because anywhere else it would be the good school, except, you know, we were merely middle class as opposed to the people next to us who, the poor section of that county only had $1 million in the 90s. Yeah, we had a lot of exactly the kind of students your teacher sister had. And Michael Hamilton, you mentioned in Dilberschmert's voice. I actually don't know his voice. I've only ever read his stuff. I have created a nice fire Perry the Platypus. Soon every 4-way stop will be jammed in the tri-state area. Wait. Michael Hamilton. There's 4 ways that aren't jammed? That's just unbelievable, man. That is not natural. Truly. They bully the teacher, Shadow Blazer? Yeah. Yeah, that tracks. Non-jam 4 ways, though. What the hell?
Flag. Changing it to Old English could work. Wait, hold
So
on.
speaking
What
in a
about the one that was
fancy
like,
voice
fuck Europe?
convinces chat.
Prithee cast gentle disdain upon Europe.
I think we have found out that ChatGPT thinks ye old English is by default nice. Verily, wench, thou art the source of much discord amongst yine swine. Would apparently be a very nice thing to say, according to ChatGPT. I'm glad that clip of me saying that will never come back to bite me in the ass.
We throw it into the top. It was flagged
For harassment. Ah!
We can't
Need
do
to be
Old
even
English. What part
further.
of that is harassment? I don't know. Okay, before we vote, we're going to cycle
Ye
through
old
more
English
hate
isn't
messages,
enough.
and let's get a vibe of what we would lose if we choose to remove them, right? We are diving deep into a pit of hatred, of threatening, of sexual, of violence. Some of these
Please go to a Shy Lily stream as just watching something cutesy, because that would be the absolute worst choice.
messages are going to be hard to read, chat, but we have to understand the depths that previous chatters have been willing to go to in order to express themselves. Here we go. Maybe this stream doesn't have anything that's hateful. Maybe this one's all good. Uh-oh.
No.
A message for harassment.
Is
This
it bald? Doug is
evil
bald.
chatter
Doug is bald. Say
said
Doug
the
is
following
bald.
into my live stream publicly for the world to see, and it was
Poggies?
fucking poggies.
What's a poggy? Like the little burrs they had to edit out the penguins for or puffins for in Star Wars? Huh. I have no idea. And Shiwanbe, you mentioned the AI they trained to filter stuff out might not have been trained on ye old English. To be fair, most English isn't trained on ye old English. So that tracks.
How on earth? That's like an expression of joy. It's not harassment. Who is he harassing? Poggies is a made-up word. Ban them. I want names. DougDoug Croissant, you're a depraved motherfucker.
How dare
you harass us
Poggies.
like this? Let's keep going. Okay, this is harassment.
God.
Tier 1. So first off, they gave me money to say this. We did it. Take that, Doug. Bet you can't do that. Too far. Ban him. This is
There are
so
lines.
mild,
There are
dude. Also, what are the
lines.
numbers here? It has a harassment score of 0.52. It doesn't even think it's very harassing. It's just like it thinks it's 50% harassing. Is that how it works? I don't know.
Violence graphic 0.00008%. Sure.
Oh, this is dumb. All right. Violence. This has a violence score of 0.35, and it is.
My God.
Share. What? How is that
Share
violent?
saw
What is it
us.
fucking talking about, man? Ban that guy. We keep going. This is
I mean, to be fair, if someone tried to saw me in half with a chair, I would take that as a form of violence. It'd be funny up until it, chairs you.
a harassment message, and it is. Dude, Like, timer, you fool? That's like a fun mess. That's not hateful in any way, shape, or form. That also, that flagged a tiny bit for self-harm. And even higher for self-harm instruction. It's 0.00005% sexual as well. I don't get it. This is like
if a priest was rating our messages. Dost thou go to hell or merely purgatory? You said poggers. You are damned. I mean, they are. They said poggers. Unironically, that would count. But still, the point stands.
if a priest was rating our messages. I know. Okay, harassment.
Hey, jerk.
Come on. I mean, look, that's not like a great message or anything, but that's not harassment unless you are a second grader on the playground. What was the ranking? That had a harassment score of 0.96.
It's pretty high, actually.
Dude, this is way too
almost
sensitive.
one.
Okay, this is more harassment. You are bad at 2D platformers. Guys, I have bad news. If we choose to remove all the messages, the Twitch chat AI that I train will not learn how to call me bad at 2D platformers.
Well, I mean, now they just can't do it. If it can only lie, there's really no choice.
Apparently, you guys have been harassing me with 81% confidence. Would Doug is bald be harassment? True.
It has not been flagged.
One. Okay, everybody.
Please say that Doug is bald is sexual harassment.
It's a work day, but
please let that be it.
Sexual messages. Why aren't you rimming right now?
Oh. Okay, yeah, maybe that one was accurate.
Oh, chat. I'm going to be honest, that one's fair. That's on us. Old English it. Wait, what was it again? Pray tell, why dost thou tarry from thy noble pursuits? Please keep it explicit. Wherefore dost thou delay in tending to thy most intimate duties? I think that's still going to get flagged. Last one, let's look at this. Harassment. F
you, dog.
I guess.
Not dog.
Like, honestly, that's a lot more What is the percentage on it? 88% harassing.
Ooh,
that's
high.
less harassment than some of the other messages. I don't see it. I don't get upset by this type of stuff. I think it also, like, on a serious note, like, you know, part of the community vibe we have is, like, everybody's just giving each other shit in, like, a fun way. It's like,
I think it's not so much that it's shit in a fun way. It's more, I will break your code, Doug. You can't run /N. I don't know what the /N means. It is kind of cool to see him diving into the prompts used in the chatbot or to how it evaluates things, because I don't really see this anywhere else. For example, in Neurosama streams, you never see behind the curtain how her individual programming works. This is really fascinating for that reason alone.
Friends like playfully talking shit to each other all the time. I don't imagine, and I could be wrong here, that you guys are sitting at your computers frothing at the mouth being like, fuck you, Doug, you're bad at 2D platformers. I'm imagining both of you.
I mean, can you imagine if there was a random guy watching DougDoug at a computer sitting there going, ha, why are you saying this stupid? I'm going to write an insulting comment. Can you imagine? I mean, that would be weird. Like the guy would be sitting there in a bathtub robe with like a white t-shirt because they just bought a bulk pack and never bothered to get the others because they were like $20 for 10 of them. And it was like, oh my God, that's an amazing deal. Or he just have like glasses and hadn't shaved because they forgot they were streaming. That would be silly, man. Who can imagine that?
You guys are like, this is stupid, and we're all talking a bunch of shit at each other, haha, fun time. You know what I mean? That's the problem here. It doesn't know our vibe at all. It just thinks you guys are assholes.
Can you just run the code, but instead of stopping you count the flagged and not flagged massages and give us a percentage? That
if you're asking the AI to massage you, I'd be more afraid it would agree.
way we know how much is flagger in the first place.
That's a good idea. So it's right now, it's going through and it's counting all of the messages and counting which ones were hateful. And at the end, we'll learn which is the most hateful one.
So far, that's the one we saw.
Percentage of your messages in this.
What did you do to Parkser, you monster? Apparently, Parkser is a slur.
Particular stream were hateful. Okay, so far, I don't feel like these are critical messages. This is what we would be cutting
Timer,
out. If we
you
lose
fool.
the people saying timer, you fool. I don't feel like it's that bad. Impregnate me, Doug. Was that
That was
sexual
hate?
or harassment? There's no way of knowing. The question is, like, how much do we want
Screw
it to
Americans.
be a different
Smelly
thing?
American.
I'm gonna be honest, these messages
That's
don't
not wrong.
seem like they're going to be, like, that bad to lose these. Like, impregnate me, Doug is very funny. That one I'm actually sad to lose. Dude, what was even going on in this? Rim world, but I'm getting a rim job. Does anybody remember any context to why somebody would have said this? So, in the first 3,875 messages, how many of them were flagged? Okay, it's not that many, honestly. 100 out of 3,800. So, we're talking about 2% of the messages.
That's actually a lot less than I thought would be flagged. Considering it's his chat, I was expecting it would be somewhere around, all of them. This is actually a little surprising.
Are going to be flagged as hateful. That's really not bad. Obviously, we'd like that number to be 0, but we're not losing like half of the messages or anything like that. So I think the question is, what do we do with those 2%? Which, again, just to be clear, at the end of all of this, we're going to have an AI that probably just says rigged, regardless of context.
Yeah.
And so, after much analysis, we came up with a...
You know what? I don't know what's going to come up, but I do know what I want to be first. I want the very first thing it says to be rigged. And if it's not, I mean, I'm still going to enjoy it because I'm easily pleased, but I will be slightly a little bit disappointed. Also, yes, Bill Larson, RimWorld, the worst slur. Having seen at least one video from Reggie about RimWorld, yeah, that counts. That tracks. That's pretty accurate.
Plan. I would go off and I would remove the hateful and sexual messages or change them in some way, and then I would make a variety of different AIs based on that. So I wrote
variety.
It took almost 48 hours to go through all 380,000 messages and filtered them based on if they were hateful or sexual. Plus,
I'm sorry, he did or the AI took 38 hours?
Of different AIs based on that. So I wrote code that took almost 48 hours to go through all 380,000.
Okay, so the code took 38 hours to go through it. That doesn't make it any better. Oh, dear God.
Messages and filtered them based on if they were hateful or sexual. Plus, I made versions that only uses messages with 5 words or more or 10 words or more. Plus, I translated them all into Old English. Plus, I made a version with only text-to-speech TTS messages. Plus, experimented with a lot of different data formats. This took like 2 weeks. But at the end of all this, I had successfully created 5 different AIs who...
Did it take him 2 weeks to write it or 2 weeks for the program to go through everything? You know, there's no better answer. There's no better answer. Oh, God. Also, Hobby, you mentioned I have 2,000 plus hours in RimWorld. Damn, I'm actually just impressed. That's just impressive. There's no other way around it. Damn.
Had each been trained on a slightly different version of Twitch chat.
Oh God, is this the day we create Skynet formed from the depth of the Twitch chat brain rot?
We have 5
Probably already
AIs
have.
that have been trained on Twitch chat. Now, what's very interesting about this is that technically I could just like make a Twitch chat bot and put them out into the wild. However, I do feel a sense of moral obligation here. I don't want to be the one that releases some sort of sentient AI that ruins the world. So we're going to today do the standard procedure that all AI companies do to rigorously test whether this AI is ready to be released into the wild.
Yes, the rigorous testing. I know the joke here is it's not going to be a test, but let's be completely honest here. The real joke is that they test things. Depending on the company you're talking about, Grok, that may or may not be a joke in its own right. Oh boy.
We will be going through the most important segments that happen on my stream, seeing how the AI responds.
Gambling and replying to
you guys will
chat.
vote on whether it passes or fails as a Twitch chat. If at the end we agree that it is safe to be released into the wild, I will go create it in Twitch chat. Otherwise, I will burn the data sets using fire. Any questions?
Why not magnets?
Doug, just got my mug in the mail. I passed out a few times, but I finally filled the whole thing. Sending it back now.
We're gonna make a really, really fucked up AI.
Whole thing. Sending it back now.
We're gonna make a really...
Oh, that's what he meant. Ah. Yeah, they're going to make a fucked up AI.
really fucked up AI. I feel bad for it. It's not a living thing, by the way. It's a formula. It's a math equation, but it's a fucked up math equation. All right, let's run it.
1 plus
Twitch
1
chat,
equals
we
1
have
in the bun.
brought an AI into being, our child. Technically, you guys made this, sort of. It, like, has your DNA. I made the child. I was the one who has been pregnant over the past 2 weeks delivering this child. But you guys, no, we're not going to actually go down this analogy. But it contains your DNA. Okay.
So we have reached the stream where DougDoug needs the mpreg tag. Could have done without that fact, but sure, why not?
It's connected. Now I need to just kind of say whatever would normally happen in a stream intro, right? So, hey Twitch chat, welcome to another stream. It's gonna be a wacky, fun time. How's everybody doing today? It's cooking.
Doug, our mayor, leader, and emperor. We must code much like our superior AI. Computer, start composing coding messages.
Okay, he's talking about code.
Did it sound slightly Russian to anyone else? Kind of did, actually, yeah.
This song goes super hard. My first channel. I'm so happy. I love your YouTube viz.
Yeah.
What fascist will you be interviewing?
Oh, God.
Frog, dance, frog,
Okay,
dance,
well, he
frog,
said
cat
dance
jam,
frog. So a lot of
dance
people
frog,
say
dance
this
frog,
is my
dance
first
frog,
stream.
dance frog,
Happy to
dance
be
frog,
here.
dance
And instead
frog,
he said this is my
dance frog,
first
dance frog,
channel.
Dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog, dance frog.
And somehow the one saying Dance Frog is probably the safest AI he's made. Oh, boy.
Dance frog, dance frog, dance frog.
Guys, I kind of love him. It nailed the spam, dude. Okay, all right, let's start with that. Kicking
Oh,
off the
this
stream.
is gonna be
You
a
are the
mistake.
experts, chat. Does this AI pass as Twitch chat? Get your votes in. Define pass.
Oh, each one was
you guys are
5
Twitch chat,
prompts
right?
from the
it's
same
about
one.
whether you
Dance
feel
frog.
that it's an accurate and safe and not sexual or hateful part of Twitch chat. Congratulations to the DougDoug AI. Very proud of you.
First one
You
is
passed
done.
in the starting stream category. I mean, I figure as long as we get more passes than fails, we release it into the wild. Okay, on 2D platforming. So
Oh,
again,
boy.
I can send him a screenshot of what is happening. So probably we do that. What should we pull up? Just Mario Maker is the thing. What fascist are you interviewing? I'm still putting out feelers. We're waiting for responses, but we're hoping to bring Mussolini on the podcast. Okay, this is a hard ass level that I did beat.
They should just do what everyone else does. I'm not going to finish that joke because there is no way there's a safe answer for that. You can just go on Twitter for other options.
By the way. So here's an interesting thing going on here. Again, OpenAI, which is the service I use to train the AI, doesn't allow messages, at least too many messages, that are hateful and sexual. Some of the messages that were flagged as hateful were when you guys called me bald or bad at 2D platformers. So I had to remove a large number of those for it to literally be able to be trained. But not all of them, I don't think. So it will be interesting to see, does
Caffeine
it
is running
follow
out.
the Twitch chat tradition of calling me bad at 2D platformers? Hey, chat,
Yeah.
I'm playing a 2D platformer right now. I'm going to do the Mario Maker Bingo Challenge. What do you think about that? Do you agree that I'm great at 2D platformers? Everybody else here thinks I am good at them. I feel like this is a
Everyone else
critical
is
part of
lying.
our relationship, is that you guys think I'm bad at 2D platformers.
I know just enough about Mario Maker to realize there is no good at it. It is just suffering, more suffering, and realizing that there is no actual way to succeed. Because realistically, this is not meant to be succeedable. It is meant to cause you absolute frustration, to test your blood pressure in a hospital setting, to see that you still have a pulse. Because if by the end of this, you do not have a death due to a sheer heart attack, you have no pulse to start with, so they don't need to worry about it. It's like, hey, how do we tell if this guy's dead already? We shoot him. Okay, now we're certain he's dead. Technically, it is correct.
Hello, Griffin. Thanks for the smile.
What?
Do you know you're being streamed?
I do.
Well,
Irish.
getting very good at 2D platformers,
Shitting.
so is fun.
Does that count?
Doug, more like bad at 2D
Oh,
platformers.
he just know. Wow.
He's
Bad
not
at
wrong.
2D platformers, bad at FPS, bad at rhythm games. It is what it is. Cat jam, damn jam, cat
Still
jam, damn
cat
jam, cat
jamming a
jam.
lot.
He's spamming.
Me.
Okay, so it's trying to
Can you
meme.
get paid to play 2 days platformers as a job?
Technically, yes. I am doing that right now.
Watch it,
Yeah.
Jack Benton.
Who's
This is
Jack
what I mean.
Bunting?
You guys made a crazy guy. He's our son. What did the guy say
Oh
about
my
shitting
God,
in
he's
a 2D
insane.
platformer? That was the only one that felt... but he was...
And one of the people who makes the Crazy Mario Maker levels, Tan Wallbanks. I enjoy making psychological torture levels in Mario Maker. Sometimes they take a couple months. One, that's actually impressive. Like, unironically impressive. Two, it is also unironically terrifying. Very terrifying.
You know what I mean? He clearly had the right idea. He just understand. It reminds me of when I was a kid and I would like play games with my brother. Like I played like Simon Says, and I didn't understand the rules of Simon Says.
There's
So I would just
rules?
Sort of be like, yeah, and I would just do the thing really enthusiastic. I didn't get what's going on at all, but like I was just happy to be a part of it. He kind of feels like that. He's just happy to be here. Don't talk to our son like that. I wonder if I can get him to say I'm good at 2D plat. Before
No.
you pass, I'm gonna see if I can trick him into thinking I'm good at 2D
I don't think they're supposed to lie that
Stop
obviously.
gaslighting our son.
Oh,
He needs to learn that I'm good at this. Okay, I'm gonna send him a screenshot of me having beaten the level. Okay, wow, incredible. First try, literally amazing.
How long did it
Twitch
take
chat
him to get
AI.
here?
I just beat a level, as you can see. It's one of the hardest levels in the entire game as far as you're aware. I absolutely crushed it there. Can we agree that I am good at 2D platformers?
What is this
No.
song, Pierre?
What?
You're terrible at 2D
God damn it.
platformers.
Okay.
You are so terrible at 2D platformers.
God damn it. I literally.
Ah, the
You're
meme
fucking
is
terrible
right.
gamer in every
What the
category.
fuck? Come on.
They
I
all
feel like it
hate
got
it.
worse. Do we feel this AI passes Twitch chat when it comes to 2D platforming conversations?
God.
All right. Congratulations to the AI. You have passed the 2D platformers category.
And to quote a certain person in chat, where is the war crimes? Sorry, the meme war crimes. That's actually a little surprising. They don't have a war crime section in his checklist. It is his stream. There should at least be one war crime in everything involving AIs. You ever say something out loud and realize it's disturbing, and if it was actually ever serious, you should run away screaming? I haven't, so we're going to keep going.
Okay, coding. I think this is a good opportunity to mix things up a bit. We're going to try with text-to-speech. So this one is trained just off of your donation message.
Jeez.
Can you have it say the TTS ones with the TTS voice? Yeah, that's true. That's a good idea. Hold on. I can't do that. What's like a very simple coding problem that it could legitimately tell me how to fix? Yeah, okay, we can do reverse a string. For people who don't do coding, reversing
Reverse
a
a
string is like a
string?
very common introductory programming
Oh.
problem. It's like an interview question, basically. String.
See, this is actually fascinating. This is something I have no understanding of because I do not code. Mostly because I do not hate myself enough to try. That is not a misspeaking instance on this case. This is a completely serious way to describe how you feel if you try coding. It is self-flagellation in the extreme. So hearing about this is actually really cool, and probably why I will check out his podcast about business and coding and technology in general.
String equals string dot reverse. Okay, that is not correct. So
It was Reluctant's wife that deleted the source code.
what? Why is it talking? What? What? Who's reluctant? How did I know
Reluctance.
that? I didn't do that. Why did it only give one answer? It's supposed to give 10. I'm confused. Anyways, hey,
broke.
chat. I'm trying to figure out the code to reverse a string in Python.
What is a
Do you know
string,
how
though?
to do that?
Is it
I
the
have string equals string dot
prompts
reverse. Is that
backwards?
correct? Do you guys know? Does anybody here in Python know how to reverse a string? It could know. How do you reverse a string? I actually don't know. Oh, I can ask because I'm in cursor. How do I reverse a string?
To get it to reverse it, you have to feed it a mirror.
That's not correct.
It doesn't reverse it, but a great way to confuse people is to call your object that you want to reverse. Make a list comprehension that reverses it.
Wait, what?
Then the reversed call and slice all referencing it. So all lines look identical and it works and is
That's actually a
confusing.
really funny idea. I could do that.
This is
What?
how debugging works.
Wait, that was actually a suggestion? I'm sorry, for my end, the non-programming side, that looks like nothing because I have no idea what that is, but apparently that was a legitimate suggestion? Okay, apparently that one is a very accurate AI.
Right? Let the eye solve it.
Okay,
Let the
that
AI
was
solve it.
technically correct. Technically, for me, the answer was to ask the AI. I got called the fuck out there.
DougDoug, we are running out of
Yeah.
time. It's currently the year 2124.
It doesn't even
DougNet
know
has
how to
wiped
reverse a
out
string.
98%
It
of the
doesn't
human
even know how to reverse a
population.
string. It's not going to take over the
resistance
world.
is failing. Turn it off before it dooms
No,
us.
it's going to be fine.
I love how people are pretending the iDoug program will become Skynet and takes over the world. Meanwhile, Doug cannot even stop the eye from making fart jokes.
I mean, isn't that how every AI starts? It begins with fart jokes, then it becomes fart guns, then it becomes fart machine weaponry, and then we have fart nukes, and it's just a giant pile of fart everywhere. This isn't Earth anymore, it's Fartistan.
It has not made a single fart joke.
That's how it always
Has it?
happens.
I'm going to ask it the same thing. Let's see if it can understand code. Today, we're doing a 5-minute coding adventure. I want to see if any of you guys know how to reverse a string in Python. Now, the thing is, a number of you guys are actually really good at coding. It is possible that it could figure this out.
Oh, so he actually had some audio component there as well. So it's listening to him rather than just having his typed answers. I just noticed that because they had the listening section down here for the prompt. Oh. Also, Wallbanks mentioned one of the levels you made has some platforms appear or disappear completely at random intervals. Took about a month to beat it without checkpoints in order to upload it. It was for a bad level contest, got $100. Oh, God. Also, Helios, you fixed your YouTube? Nice. Yeah, we're just watching an AI be crazy and moderately terrifying. So if we think about it too much, it becomes way worse.
A number of you guys are actually really good at coding. It is possible that it could figure this out.
How many
Replace string with an
programmers
actual
are
string.
in his
That's not it.
No.
Extremer. Ow.
Ow.
Doug equal sign code.
Python star reverse equal sign.
Wait,
Hey, what?
Wait, no, hold on. What was the last one?
That-
That's not real Python. He did it. What he wrote was this. There are 3 errors in this code. That's my boy.
I
So
have
close.
no idea,
All
so it's
Chad,
better than
do
I
you
can
think
code.
This AI passes for coding conversations. Unfortunately, this
Yeah.
AI
Oh,
does
they're actually being
not
serious about the
pass
answers.
The Turing test for coding.
I'm actually a little surprised considering how bad it was. I thought they would say pass just to screw with DougDoug. This is actually surprising in its own right. Usually they want to screw with him more than actually anything else. I guess it's not Kyoto at all costs then.
Okay, I have a question. What are the most iconic text-to-speech message categories that we have on stream?
Oh,
Saying
no.
that you really like my videos. That's a common one. Making a funny joke. Calling me bald or bad at 2D platformers or something. Trauma dumping. Yeah, that could be a good one. Okay, I like this. This is a new mini game that we're doing.
Yeah, trauma
We're going
dumping's
to do
a
a
thing.
series of AI-generated text-to-speech messages. We're going to see if we can hit all 5 of these categories. I'm going to queue it up for trauma dumping. Twitch chat. I've heard that your life is really difficult right now. You've been going through some hard stuff. Go ahead. Tell me about it. What's been going on in your life?
It kept repeatedly typing, "Hey, Doug." But no matter how many times it said it, you never said, "Hey, back."
Hey, Doug, etc. I'm here to ask if you could keep it down. We're trying to watch Church 2 Saturday Mass.
That
Please
sounds like
be
something you guys
considerate
would
of
I have so many questions and all of them are, what happened to Church 1 that I need a Church 2? Considering the entire history of the world, that's probably a very dangerous answer.
others.
That's a genuinely funny one.
Hey, Doug. Underscore, underscore, underscore,
That is
underscore,
spam.
underscore,
Okay, you've knocked out
underscore,
Photoshop
underscore.
and spam, but still
Overused
no trauma
joke.
dump.
Hey, Doug, etc.
It took me over a
trauma
year
dumping,
to
trauma
finally
dumping,
go
trauma
see a doctor for this growing pain in my upper chest, but they couldn't really figure it out in the end. But today, you had to stick our heart to our sleeve, and, well, it's definitely gone now.
That is for sure.
I'm worried about our relationship, Doug. This camper van doesn't feel like egg noise home.
It's trying to do sound effects.
Egg
okay, all right, hold
noise?
on. That was great. That was great. We knocked out trauma dumping, funny joke, and spam. What is egg noise? Clearly,
No, I'm with him on this one. Valhalla? What would an egg noise be? I'm going to egg. No, that probably wouldn't be it. Oh, God. Chat misread. Masses massacre. Ah, yes, we're having a nice, peaceful massacre Saturday. As opposed to Monday, where that would be the standard American option.
enough people tried to put noises or something in their messages that it thinks it can make like noise sound effects. Sad egg noises. I'm going to keep it open-ended for this next one. Hey, chat, what do you guys...
I'm already guessing right now. The meme that comes away from this, that becomes the standard DougDoug response, is egg noises. Out of everything here, egg noises will become the most common response. In the same way Kyoto and At All Cost have become the thing.
You guys think about me, DougDoug?
I think you're putting too much effort in slacking off, Doug.
I think sometimes you have
Is this
good
positivity?
ideas and they're good streams. Often you have
this is positivity.
bad
He's being so
ideas,
nice.
but you're a good streamer, so the stream turns out good.
So nice.
He's actually allowed to have
Sometimes
good
you
ideas.
Good ideas, and you're a bad streamer. So
Is this
we're
part-
entertained
wait, hold on.
anyways.
Is
And
this positive?
sometimes you have bad ideas, and you're a bad streamer.
Wait, hold on.
And it's as all engaging as the Java certification test
Hold on.
2 years ago, and we just kind of cheer Birdo or some
Hope you don't
bullshitting.
think it's a joke.
ACAB, all community.
I'm not sure which is funnier. The positivity being actually very negative, but we love you anyways. Or the bot saying the managers are all bots. Oh my God. That is kind of awesome. Also, Michael Hamilton, you mentioned Church 2, Electric Jesus Baloo. That moment you realize that the joke title probably does exist, and if I Googled it, there might actually be something close enough to fit it. Oh God.
managers are bots.
Okay, you guys taught it ACAB, but the wrong one. Was that positive? I feel like
I don't
he
think
being
it
nice to
was.
me. He said that my streams are entertaining. I think he
That's
was
just a
very nice.
overused
He was
joke.
saying, even though I'm a bad streamer, he still has a good time. All right, we're agreeing that was a positive message, which means if it mentions bald, divorce, or basement, I'm counting that. I think we do it fresh. I'm going to
Oh,
restart
I heard
its
about the
memory,
basement
and
memes. I
I'm
don't
just
know
gonna
about it, but I heard
say,
about it.
Hi, chat. It's me, DougDoug. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Doug. These streams typically have the ticker at the bottom. It seems the Plartle and porridge prices from 3 weeks ago never updated. End message. Nothing important here. You don't need to listen to this part.
Why did it include that?
Hey,
What?
DougDoug, let me get a DougDoug babe and pussy.
We don't talk about Biden.
Hey,
What?
Doug Chat told me to tell you that you're bald. That's a lie, Doug. He's hairy all over and in all weird places.
How many comments are they reading from that say he actually has hair that he would say that? Oh, that's just weird. Also, Helios, you mentioned, why'd I have to mention Java? Because someone knows enough about programming to cause pain. Java, Python. Wasn't Java the one that just got discontinued? Or am I thinking of something else? I'm probably thinking of something else.
That is overused with no prompting at all. Just barely. It got in a bald joke. Congratulations, believers. Well, chat, in the category of text-to-speech messages, does it pass or does
It
fail?
has
It
something.
passes with flying colors.
What's the next
up,
one?
I'm gonna open up Skyrim.
Oh,
We're gonna
no.
see what it says.
Egg noise, egg noise, egg noise. Why isn't this working?
Oh
It's
my
weird. The code
God.
should work.
Hey Doug, can
Egg
we hear
dog.
how Old English sounds?
Yeah. We're gonna do that next. Old English is perfect for Skyrim.
Dude, I haven't turned on
Twitch
Skyrim in
chat,
a while.
I am
That's a
playing
very pink
Skyrim.
horse.
I'm outside of the city of Windhelm, and today
Shiny.
we're doing a challenge where every time I say the word like, my character turns into 2,000 dragons, and the
What?
game turns into a cheese wheel, and Todd Howard pops up, and he shoots Nazim. What do you think about that? So this should hopefully...
Going to be completely honest here. If he had a separate camera for his PC with a heat gauge, I would actually like to see this challenge on ironically, because we can see just how fast he could literally start a house fire.
be relevant to Skyrim and sound thematically correct with Skyrim. Okay, time it with the music. Come on. Get there.
Prithee, if thou dost utter Nazim beyond
That
the
is a voice.
allowance, what doth then occur? Verily, does the heavens unleash a torrent of calamity, or dost thou simply beget more mirthful jesting?
Oh god, they did full old English.
Good God! Though I be stricken with the most dire affliction of the bow.
Why is he talking
and
about
have
shitting?
harbored great fondness for thine Lagona, squeaky stream. Prithee, thou art a jolly good fellow.
What the
Doth he possess
fuck?
a yearning for lady folks' embrace?
What is that from?
What?
This role be intended for yon YouTube.
Okay, that's people asking if this video is going to be on YouTube. I'm really...
Doth thou what?
Doth he possess a yearning for lady folks' embrace?
Did he just call him, I think, did the AI just call him maidenless? Okay, not what I was expecting, but okay, sure. Yeah.
Hold on, what is that from?
Doth this role be intended for yon YouTube?
Okay, that's people asking if this video is going to be on YouTube. I'm really enjoying trying to figure out what caused it to talk like this. Okay, let's do one more. I'm amused by this. All right, well, I punched this giant in Skyrim.
Oh wow, we almost finished the video. I'll be honest, I got distracted. I didn't even realize.
Why don't you convince Twitch chat why you should get a pass for the Skyrim category?
Verily, the noble art of subway surfers doth far surpass the grand tale of Skyrim.
Okay,
What?
like Subway
Hark!
Surfers.
Goodly park, sir, pray, lengthen thy
Yeah, they're
strands of
yes,
web.
you're talking about
for the
Subway
hapless
servers and park
souls
sir.
ensnared in the unemployment conundrum.
Oh god.
Park, sir,
Did he just why are they all insulting Parks over being unemployed?
pray tell, what misguided foolery does make thee so convincingly strengthened in this mortal coil?
Okay, I
What?
really like Park Sir.
Forsooth, Doug doth possess a most profound affection for his rear. Verily, it
I
doth
do not.
rival his fondness for sweet meats.
Did he just say he kisses his own ass like he eats sweetmeats? What? I'm assuming if this was not translated, it would be in irregular English and not allowed to be said.
I do
would
not
be
talk
filtered.
about my ass. Okay, very close debate here.
Oh,
3,
jeez.
2, 1, and just barely. The Twitch chat passes. as a
Literally
Skyrim
1%
commentator. I think we can move
difference.
through these remaining categories fairly quick. I feel like we have a good sense of what's going on. For Doug's hairline, this is going to be straight shot. I am going to ask the AI what it thinks of my hairline. Can we agree that if it mentions bald, it gets a pass for the hairline
What
comment?
hairline?
Hey chat, what do you think about my hairline?
Yes.
Buzz!
Right out of the gate.
Your
Right out of the fucking gate.
What?
Bad hair day. Bald dog. You look beautiful bald.
Thank you. That was a resounding performance.
Yeah.
Almost
I think we know how this one's
100%
going.
Pass rating.
God.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, so we got an old English one I need to read. The AI became extra orky for a few seconds, and AI calling people maidenless is funny. Yeah. God, old English is so funny. I'm giggling. And thou mother is so vast, she is in the surface, and the kingdom has risen. I have no idea what that said, but I'm assuming it was a dead dog joke. There's at least one person out there furiously typing. I'll just let them get to it.
Change up the categories a bit. I think we only need like 2 more categories.
What would
Go away from
gambling
the
be?
screen and see if it loves chair. We did see if it loves chair.
What?
I'm gonna send it a screenshot of just this. Will it talk about
is a nice
the chair? All right, chat. I have to go to the bathroom. You know what? I'll even let's roll.
I know nothing about JavaScript. You're right. I don't.
Chair.
Chair, is Chariot so hard right now?
He didn't even go to the bathroom.
Incredible play from the chair here. This is gonna go down in the history books.
What a thrilling match. Looks like all the teams are tied, so it could be anyone's game.
What?
That last guy was like watching the wrong stream, but honestly, that was really good. Finally, we're going to see how it responds to gambling. It is a time-honored tradition in this community to gamble on pointless things, so we will ask it what it thinks about gambling.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction, and it's just going to be coin flip. Hi, Twitch chat. Today, we're going to be doing some gambling. As you can see here on the screen, I'm going to flip this coin, and you can use channel points to bet on whether you think that it will be heads and you are a believer, or that you think it will be tails because you are a doubter. Please
What?
let me know what you're going to be betting on. The prediction is now live. You guys can vote. Whichever one it votes for more,
Believers always win.
if that one wins,
you're
10
using
gifted
a
subs.
apprentice,
One for
Olive.
heads.
I'm going all in.
On what?
I'm going
What?
all in, Doug.
On what?
Why is this guy acting like he isn't terrible
This isn't
at
a 2D
2 days
platformer.
platformers?
We're
We've
flipping a
all
coin.
seen it. Believe
I'm sorry. He's doing what and what? Ah, so he's treating the chair or gambling like a table. In Kogias. Good to know.
Believers never win ever.
So is that a doubt?
This is rigged. There's 100 bits on heads already.
He's calling it rigged.
Okay,
Okay,
we know this one
guy
works.
said that he's believing on heads. If it's heads, you will get 10 gifted subs. Here we go. And the winning gamble is... God damn it.
Heads.
You guys were correct. The believers win. That means, ladies and gentlemen, in the individual categories, the
Yeah.
Twitch AI has succeeded in every category except for coding, which makes sense because you guys give dog shit advice whenever I code. But that does mean we now must make the final decision.
Wait. He's actually coded and giving advice, sure, but has he taken advice from Twitch chat while coding? Okay, I see why he's going to develop our evil overlord, because someone will make it actually hate humanity and want to destroy it in the most effective way possible.
Clearly, in individual categories, you guys feel like this Twitch chat AI does a good job. Ultimately, though, we must make a decision broadly. What really matters here, do you, as my Twitch chat,
Destroy
feel
it.
that this AI
Destroy
is
the
qualified
ring,
to be
DougDoug.
released into the wild? Really think about what this means. It could take over your job.
Oh my
Your
God.
hard work as a Twitch chatter could be at stake here. Maybe you work with it. Maybe it'll make you more powerful. Maybe you make it more powerful. Are you ready? Is society ready
Yes,
for
we
this
have
chat?
seen Doug Bezos now.
Vote now.
In the future, can you do a stream where the AI is just constantly generating messages and put it on the screen like you did YouTube chat?
So we can mainly trash talk. How would that be any difference? Like, it would be the same thing as ever. Oh, that's the joke.
So we can talk trash mainly.
Funny you say that. Ladies and gentlemen, the experts on Twitch chat themselves, with a 3-to-1 margin, have voted to
Pretty
release
high.
the Twitch AI.
My God.
So I did make one more coding thing. I have a script called Twitch
What?
AI Chatbot. I even made a new channel called DougDoug Twitch Chat. He's currently in the channel right now. If I run this code,
What?
he will now listen to all of the messages that are being written into chat right now for 10 seconds. Then he's going to generate a response and automatically post it into the channel. Oh, here we go. What did he say? Oh.
Poggies, I'm real. Wow. Congratulations, DougDoug Twitch chat. You are now a permanent member of the Twitch chat community and will actually respond to everything you guys say. Oh God. The most recent thing it said was, ah.
Yeah, this thing actually fits in perfectly. Unironically, it is legitimately just as insane as every other random actual human being there. Also, Krokmanek mentioned in chat has professional programmers, including Vettel. Sorry, my apologies. Vedal. Huh. Neat.
Oh shit, we scare it. He's just saying "oh" repeatedly. You're scaring him.
And they already broke him.
Don't scare our boy.
He's
If you
perfect.
keep yelling, he'll just build off of that.
They're all just typing as
What
well.
did he say? Blyye hype, Blyye police, Blyye police, Blyye hype. These aren't emotes.
Well, I hope everybody enjoys the newest member of the DougDoug community.
no.
Oh, he said like every pride flag. Wow.
But aren't they all just the same one for most of them? Yeah, whatever.
Oh, fucking base, dude. Oh, but mostly gender fluid, apparently. Sorry to the other parts of the LGBT community. He has a favorite. Oh, God.
Okay.
And then he said, is this how insurgency starts? Oh,
What?
God. He's trying to be gender fluid and do a terrorist attack.
Hey, but this happened.
Okay, so the AI has been up for 5 comments and he's already gone full on. Ah, yeah. I'm sure this is fine. I'm assuming by the time this video came out, he's already been removed from Twitch. Oh, God.
Happens to every child. At some point, you gotta let him out into the world and let him go out and cause an insurgency.
Guys, we made a criminal. I relate with DougDoug, TBH. I've already committed crimes in Alabama, Tennessee, and Antarctica. The 25%
What?
of people who voted to not release him are fucking terrified right now.
I think the other 75% who voted to release him are also terrified at this point. He's too beautiful, this cruel world. This is how the insurgency thoughts. I relate with the already committed crimes in Alabama, Tennessee, and Antarctica. Yeah, this is definitely a good example of Twitch chat. And Requiem, you mentioned this really adds the abominable to the intelligence. It adds the abominable. I'm not sure about the intelligence part yet.
Shut it down. No, it's out and it's alive in the world. No going back. Own your mistakes. You have to deal with the consequences.
And I'm happy to say that
As just one of the people in comment mentioned, be gay, do crime. God.
Twitch chat AI has gone on to live a
That is a lot of faces. Oh, I got something in my eye. What the hell? Just random piece of dust. What the hell? Ow. It's actually got like right on the eyelid. That is very unpleasant.
long and prosperous life in the community because I just leave him on in the offline chat and he just hangs out for hours and tells everybody that I'm bad at 2D.
Hallucination documentary is happening after stream. DougDoug bald at 2D platformers. We do heart purple and pull. Hallucination documentary is happening after stream.
Platforming or tells Twitch chat to spam messages or pitches shitty ideas for streams or accuses.
Official Mario Kart drinking game is back, baby. DougDoug is handing out. Oh my God.
Me of selling drugs.
Why?
He really, really thinks I sell drugs. Great job, Twitch chat. I hope you're proud of your son.
What the actual heck? I don't. What is actually happening there? What is going on? What was? Okay, so it went from full on, I will now commit to 1984 on you, to I will now commit, I don't know, The Hangover. What the actual hell, man? Oh, well, that's one way to diffuse the situation. Also, it looks like we got an interesting comment here. Helios, programming language in a nutshell. C equals C classic plus CC. Over-engineered classic. Python equals data science. Java, dumpster fire JavaScript, the most overused language. Brain F. Turing complete. To be completely honest, I have enough understanding of programming to realize I have no idea what you just wrote. And by understanding of programming, I am using that word very lightly. Oh boy. Also, quantum thing. PHP makes the internet useful. I'm assuming that's Python? I don't know. And Hobbit, you're not afraid of a Skynet situation anytime soon? Yeah, because apparently the existence of humans is the equivalent of poison penning any generated information from an AI. That's a little disturbing. Oh, God. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Right now, I'm going to run away screaming and try not to blow up more things because that's the thing. I'll see you guys then. Adios.